Palestine. Will you get sawab? $100,000 is your zakat, correct? You stop giving to the hospital. You stop giving to the poor people who are dying of hunger. And full money you give to Palestine. No, I'm supporting Palestine. Did you understand? You have not done anything extra. You are already giving $100,000, which is your zakat. Now what you're doing, when you stop giving to the hospital, the 500 people in the hospital will die. You stop giving $40,000 to Africa, 1,000 people die. And with your money, with your $100,000, do you think you save lives in Palestine? So the unfortunate thing is people don't understand. Allah is testing you. If 100,000 zakat you are giving every year, which is your fard, which is 2.5% of your saving, if you just divert it to the Palestinian cause, you are not doing any benefit. You are not doing any benefit to yourself. You are saying, oh, I saw the video, I was crying. MashaAllah. How much charity? I gave 100,000. How much did you give last time? 100,000. What is this tears? Crocodile tears, correct? Allah gave you millions of dollars, correct? What you should say, last day I gave 100,000, I continued, I gave another 100,000 new. That means you're sacrificing, you're giving more than the minimum required. If minimum is 2.5% zakat, you can give zakat money to Palestine, it's perfectly allowed. But you cannot, if you divert, you're doing your faraiz. Just pass. You cannot say that I was moved and tears started coming out, so I gave $100,000. It's joke. You are yet a lowest Muslim. No benefit. Do you understand? So you are diverting a very important point. Please take out more money. If you take out more money, it's better. If I promised Allah, I'm going to give 51% every year, and then I divert it there, what is the benefit? And one thing good about Malaysia. In Malaysia, one of the non-Muslim ministers, he maligned me. Okay? He spoke against me. I sued him in the court of law. In Malaysia, I got 1.52 million ringgit compensation. How much? 1.52 million ringgit. It is $320,000 I got. $320,000 I got. Whatever I got from that case, I gave it to Palestine. My percentage I'm continuing. This is extra. Extra. What percentage I'm giving, that is continuing. It's not 51, it's much more. We are giving additional. If I don't give additional, what difference it is? I already promised Allah a certain percentage I'll give besides the zakat. So if you are really moved, it should be something different. So if that's the reason, for example, if I hear about Palestine, I'm a da'i, I'm giving lecture, I'm addressing to millions of people. Imagine if for 1 year, 9 months, I stop all my activities, only talk Palestine, Palestine, Palestine. Now Allah is giving hidayah to hundreds and thousands of non-Muslims, correct? If I stop everything and do Palestine, 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 continue. Do it. See, this trip, I gave 7 lectures, correct? Last lecture is on Palestine, the most powerful. But if I give all lecture only Palestine, Palestine, what about the dawah? Allah has made me a specialist on speaking to non-Muslims, correct? So I'm specialized. So if there is a cause, we should get together, okay? Leave everything for 2 days, 5 days, 6 days, but not full 1.5 years. For that we require specialized people, which is point number 18, we'll discuss later on. So when you're growing for the cause, don't get obsessed by it. I have one da'i friend, mashallah, very famous. Anything, all his speech Palestine. Arey bhai, Allah made you a da'i. Talk about Palestine, no problem. But every time only that. And some people say, oh, you're having walima. What is this? People in Palestine are dying hungry. Now what has the walima got to do with people dying in Palestine? Walima is also sunnat, correct? So don't go overboard. Allah says, La taglu fi dinukum. Do not commit excesses in your religion. Surah Nisa chapter 4, 1:7. That means, I love Palestine. I want to die for that cause. But we should realize that what Allah has made you a specialist in. For a certain time, all of us can leave everything and do. Imagine when Macron insulted the Prophet. Okay, I left my thing, then for a few days, I was doing a campaign. Few days, 5, 6 days. But imagine full year. So, we leave everything and only get involved in this. It is not hikmah. That means, oh, very easy to misguide the Muslims. Just abuse the Prophet and everyone gets involved. They stop the dawah, they stop the charity, they come here, good. So everyone will start abusing the Prophet every week. You understand? So we should not be foolish. Yes, it's the cause of the ummah. All get together, but don't continuously leave everything. Continue doing your normal activities. This is additional. That does not mean if you do dua for Palestine, you don't do dua for your family. You do dua for your family also, bhai. No, I'm doing dua for Palestine. I only do 2 minutes dua. So if I do dua for Palestine, I won't do dua for my son. Wrong. Do you understand? You cannot say, I'm doing dua for Palestine. Okay, do. But do additional. If you say that you are doing, okay, for certain time I understand. Full Muslim Ummah should get together. For few days, 2 days, 5 days, 10 days, or 1 day in a month, 2 days in a month, no problem. But not full time. That means whatever, if you are not doing anything, okay, then do full time. If you are not doing any activity of Allah, and full time you jump into Palestine, very good. But if you are doing some activity for the sake of Allah, see to it that your good activities should not reduce because of Palestine. Allah is testing you. You should continue your Salah, continue your Hajj. Oh, I will not go for Hajj. If it's a fard, you have to go for Hajj. So point number 10 is that when you are doing for the cause of Palestine, see to it that you sacrifice from yourself, not divert it from here to there. Okay, fine. If you are doing 2 hours dawah generally, for Palestine you go out and do 4 hours, very good. Then you stop that 2 hours, you are doing 4 hours dawah, you will get some sawab. Instead of 2, you are doing for 4 hours. Do that for a few days, then go back to your routine. Because these people, they should not divert us from our main activity. You understand that? Imagine, oh, Peace TV. Okay, stop Peace TV. Oh, stop Peace TV. It is reaching 200 million people. I'm using Peace TV to convey the message of Palestine. It's going now live. Millions of people are watching. But if I say, I will stop the expenses of Peace TV and give it to Palestine, is it hikmah? I should sacrifice from my other luxury and give it. Not from my regular activity, not from my regular good deed. So be very careful. Many a time some people get obsessed. So don't get obsessed. La taglu fi dinukum. Do not commit excesses. So some of my Dai friends, full time, everything on your Facebook, why am I mentioning this? Mention Palestine. I have to continue my dawah to the non-Muslim. I have to continue my Islah to my Muslim brothers. That is my speciality. I will also fight for Palestine. I'll also stand up for Palestine. But don't expect every lecture I give should be Palestine. Do you understand? So please do not get obsessed. La taglu fi dinukum. Do not commit excesses in your religion. So point number 10 is that be balanced. And for this, point number 18 as the solution, we'll come to it later on. These first 10 points, any Muslim can do. Whether he's living in Indonesia, whether in America, whether UK, whether Malaysia, whether India, whether Pakistan, whether Saudi Arabia, whether Qatar, whichever country he's living in, whether he's rich or poor, whether he's king or pauper, whether he's black or white, yellow or brown, male or female, no excuse. Depending upon what ability Allah has given you, Allah will judge you. So these 10 points are a must. for every Muslim to save themselves. The remaining 11 points, they are only meant for those Muslims who Allah has given more niyama, more speciality. But these first 10 points, can anyone here tell me that I cannot do any of those 10 points? Can anyone here in the thousands of people, can anyone tell me that he cannot do any one of these 10 points? No. You can at least donate, if not $1 billion rupiah, 1 million, if not 1 billion, 100,000, if not 100,000, 1,000 rupiah. If not 1,000, 100. Depending what capacity Allah has given you. You cannot say I cannot donate. Right or wrong? Point number 11. Depending upon what extra ability Allah has given you, you should utilize that ability to help the cause of Palestine. For example, if Allah has made you a speaker, a good person to speak, okay, in your speeches, talk about Palestine. If Allah has made you a good writer, good with the pen, write articles in favor of Gaza, against Israel. If Allah has made you a journalist, see to it that you write articles in favor of Gaza. If Allah has made you author, you write books. If Allah has made you a doctor, talk to your patients. Because for the patients, after God is doctor. Correct? Generally. After Allah, doctor. So if Allah has made you a doctor, you talk to your patients. So depending what ability Allah has given you, use that ability, and Allah has given every human being some of the other ability. You may know, you may not know it. You may know it, you may not know it. If you find out that ability, you excel in that field. If you don't find out, it's hidden. Allah has given some people good memory, some people good voice, some people good skills, some are good in mathematics, some are good in science. Whatever ability Allah has given you in that field, you should utilize that. Maybe Allah has made you a politician, okay, you have a following. Allah has made you a governor. Allah has made you a prime minister. Okay, use your post to spread the truth. Point number 11. Point number 12. See to it that if you own any media, or if you know any friend who owns the media, whether it be a newspaper, whether it be a magazine, whether it be a television satellite channel, whether you know a very influential, maybe social media person, whether you are yourself or you know, utilize it to spread the message more. Media is very important. If you own any media, utilize that media to spread the message more regarding the atrocities and genocide done on the people of Gaza. If you don't own, but your friend is owner, convince him that utilize your radio station, utilize your satellite channel, utilize your newspaper, utilize your magazine to spread the message. Point number 13. We should have a battery of international lawyers. We should have an organization which is specialized in filing cases against the atrocities done against the Muslims. Whether it be if anyone has insulted the Prophet, or done some blasphemy, or has attacked Gaza, If we have international lawyers, we can present our case. Whether you win or not is secondary. Eh? Once you do a case, people come to know about it. Many a times when you do a case, you know you will not win, but yet you do it to create an awareness. So when we have international battery of lawyers, we can ask the top lawyers, Muslim lawyers, to work pro bono. Pro bono means complementary. So we can have an organization which has senior lawyers full-time, but they are in touch with top lawyers, Muslim, who have agreed to work pro bono. Or maybe cheap, at a discount, 50% discount, 75% discount. And I remember that when the UK government, Mentalitas, she was Home Secretary, when she excluded me, prevented me from coming to UK, it was illogical. So one of my fans, a big businessman, a billionaire, he said, we'll do a case. I said, very expensive, no problem. My lawyers told me that this is unconstitutional what she has done. 99% you will win the case. My friend, my fan, was a billionaire. He said, Zakir bhai, we will lose the case, but we'll do it. He's a businessman. He said, I know you're fighting the government, we won't win, even though you're on the right, but we'll show them. We spent £1 million. How much? £1 million on the case. Initially we won, finally we lost. We lost the case, but we won the battle. We lost the case that I could not enter UK, but my Peace TV became secured. Because my Peace TV was running in UK. Now they know this person is going to fight the case. He fought the case. In the Court of Appeal we won. On the higher side we lost because, fighting with the government. So my businessman was right. But we went into Oxford University, live. We hired the best publicist, Charles Farr, best publicist. And we spent £1 million. I didn't spend, my fan. I said, why should you spend $1 million? No, we went to the Supreme Court. Then we went to European Court. Now there are organizations. There are lawyers organizations. Now, recently, just a couple of months ago, there's an organization by the name of Cage in UK. They filed a case in the UK court saying how come UK government has banned the resistance force, Hamas. I don't want to take the name, but they said, why have you banned it? The president of Cage told me, Dr. Naik, we are surely going to lose, but we will create an awareness. Knowing we will lose, they are challenging the UK government. How did you call Hamas a terrorist organization? We want to delist it. So when they do the case, they give all the points. They may lose, but everything is printed in the social media. Specialized organization. So there are organizations of batteries of lawyers in Kuwait, in some Gulf country, in UK. We should have specialized groups of lawyers. The top lawyers may be pro bono. Have 3-4 lawyers full-time. We should have such group in every Muslim city. We should have in Jakarta. We should have in Bandung. We should have in Surabaya. Any non-Muslim insults the Prophet or does any activity against Islam, file a case. And to file a police complaint is easy. File a police complaint. Get an awareness. Now these people are specialized. You and me who are not specialized may not know how to file a police complaint, may not know how to do a case. That's the different thing that I've got specialized now, but I'm not a lawyer. But speaking with the lawyer so often, So we should have specialized organization only of Muslim international lawyers. Now, if they're doing a genocide, we know the UN is doing nothing, at least file a case in the International Court of Law. Whether we win or not, we get an awareness. This was point number 13. Point number 14, we should create a waqf. We should create a waqf for Palestine. Everyone cannot do it, but if you know a rich person, convince him. Okay, why don't we have waqf? Waqf is what? It's an endowment. The difference between direct charity and waqf is the direct charity you give, suppose you're giving for medical aid or for some food, your full money is utilized for that, maybe a small percentage for administration. But in waqf, your full money goes into a certain entity, a certain business, a certain property which generates revenue. So that money which you give goes in buying a property or gets involved in a business. Whatever income that comes from that property, from the rent or from the business, that money is given in charity for the cause. So if we have a waqf only for Palestine, and there are many waqf, there are many which I'm aware of, many. But even we started a waqf. But I don't want to be on the board. It will cause more damage than good. Make waqf. If you yourself cannot do it, ask some of your friends who has, or get 3-4 top business people, donate and make a waqf only for Palestine. You can put a clause only for education, only for medical, only for food. So whatever money you collect, you invest it, the returns goes as sawab-e-jariyah.